Hey all, how's it going? It's your pal Dave up on the job site. It's Sunday, January 12th. I went into town for a few minutes to check and see what was going on with the Broncos game. By the time I walked in, they'd just gotten scored on. It was like 28-7, so I said screw it. You know, it's still representing my team, but I didn't want to be in there. Too many people too. And you know, there's a type of people that I just don't resonate with, I guess. I call them like that gringo, and it was full of that gringo today. And I just wasn't feeling it. So I said, screw it. Went and bought some dog food, came up here to the job site, see what's going on. I know there's not a whole lot to show you as far as progress, but maybe this next week will be a little bit better. We have done some changes here with the storage shed. I'll swing around so you can see what's up. There's our beautiful view. But you know, as we start moving forward, potentially start working on the main house, kind of realize that we need to have a proper bathroom for these guys. And we already had this existing shed. Let me zoom out a little. There, that's a little better. Initially we had some supplies and stuff in here. I think there might be a little bit in here now. Yeah, there's a little bit in here. But the idea is that this could become a little bedroom space. Pop a hole in the wall for a little window to get some breeze in here. But we might actually have a guy start living up here on site, which would be nice. But up until now, you know, when the guys have to go to the bathroom, they kind of have to improvise. And, you know, it's okay when it's number one, but number two gets a little more tricky. So Danny had an idea that we should build a little bit more of a legitimate bathroom. So we added this little portion over the last couple days, and toilet will go there in the corner. You can see, get it. And then we'll just do a simple little tank system down here. So when we're done, it'll be easy to just remove all of this stuff. And then, if you didn't see it, when I was over here on this side, we already have a fridge, and we've got some stuff that we can bring up to make a little bit of a better kitchen. They built that table, that's cool. So, you know, we'll do something to have a little bit of a kitchenette right in here. So, you know, not so bad if somebody wants to come and live up here. I almost feel like doing it. Kind of bummed today. I don't know why. You know, maybe it's the fact that when I go down to places like Oz to watch the game, I feel like a stranger in a strange land among strangers, people that I don't really want to be around. You know, they don't really talk about that factor. When you move to another country, especially when you're working on learning a foreign language, it can kind of be a little lonely. And, you know, I'm not trying to bellyache or bitch. I mean, this is what I chose for myself. But the reality is that, you know, I don't drink, I don't smoke anymore. I quit smoking weed. I never smoked cigarettes. That's been like 20 years. But, you know, it's like you kind of limit yourself sometimes socially when it comes to stuff like that. I was already a bit of a homebody, and you know, no girlfriend to speak of. So anyway, it's kind of a bummer to feel alone in a room full of people. So I focus on what I can focus on, right? Focus on this project and this property, trying to make it something special. Had a great time yesterday. Danny's fiance Hillary, it was her birthday, and we went to this really cool spot in the mountains just outside of Parita down south. It was a beautiful spot, nice and cool up in the hills, with his family and extended family and friends. So that was nice, you know, and those are the kind of people that I really enjoy being around. Just very real, genuine people. And that's not to say that people, Westerner gringos like me, you know, aren't real people. It's just who you resonate with, I guess. So that's that. So what else are we working on over here? So guys are still working on cleaning up the wall. We'll go look over there. This big piece here, this is going to be a support structure. Can you see this yet? It's kind of hard to see right now. This big piece right here is going to be a support for the gutter. We just need one. Just need one right up along there, and then it'll come down into our drain. Oh, try not to trip. Come down into this drain, which then leads all the way back over there by the shed where we just were, and then it goes down the hill. So making sure that this property will stay nice and dry. But the guys ended up having to scrape all the old drywall off here. So that's a new coat that they put on. Pretty sure there's going to be another coat on that. And regardless, it's going to get painted too. But that's kind of how you do the finish work. Some of the pieces were just too difficult to scrape. And you have to have kind of a bumpy surface to be able to have the drywall mud stick. Zoom in a little bit here so you can kind of see where they've chunked it out right there. So in some cases where they couldn't get down to that rough material, we just ended up having to replace the wall panels. But we were able to reuse some of them to do the little bathroom over there. So trying to make sure that things don't go to waste. It doesn't have to be fancy over there. But look, the staircase is all done. The railing's all done. I'm really happy with that. They were working on this the other day. Obviously still have to paint it, but I was kind of curious how they would dovetail it in here. So that's cool. I like that. That'll look nice once it's all finished and painted. But this is just rock solid. That's good. Oh, I like that little touch here. Still have that one lower piece there that also dovetails in. Aha! Started to remove the roof boards in here, which is really a chore. I mean, those panels are made of concrete, so they're heavy. More significant than that is going to be when we bring up the proper ones, because the ones that were on there were just 1/2 inch, and the ones that should be on there are full inch, and the inch ones even have like a rebar mesh built into them, so they're pretty heavy. But I think I pointed this out before. This is the thickness it's supposed to be, and this is the thickness that this floor is. So change that out. We're getting there. Guys are making good progress, considering that we don't really have a huge crew. Couple welders, couple helpers. This next week I'm hoping that we'll be able to get things going a little bit faster and get some of this shit finished, so we can start working on other more fun stuff. But I've been shopping for things like toilets and showers and whatnot, kitchen stuff. But we're going to do a lot of customizing as well. Do some metal framed furniture within that natural wood that you see so commonly here as the countertops and whatnot. I don't think we're going to have too many cabinets. Still rattles, but you know, I'm pretty sure it's just rattling from right here where we can hear it the most, because we don't have that part finished yet. Once you put that last piece on there, it's really hard then to access the roof because of the overhang. So for the time being, we're just leaving that because they're still screwing it down and making sure that it's nice and tight and secure. But in here in the kitchen, fridge there in the corner, and then counter all around. But we don't need to have cabinets everywhere. There's just not going to be that much need for storage. So I'm thinking we'll have a couple cabinets against this wall here. And then the rest of it will just be underneath storage. It sure does look nice though. I love that view. That's what keeps me inspired. I come up here and I get to see this. There's the roof piece that's waiting to go back on. Go on in the first place, I guess. This is going to be a great space once it's done. And we're so close. Now you can see all the walls in here finished and ready for painting. A little bit easier to do it inside, but when they did it the first time on the outside, the sun was hitting it so hard that it just baked it. And if you don't keep it wet as it's curing, it bubbles and pops. So you can see, I mean, all of this here had to get down to this porous surface here. But we got it. It's done. So sometimes it feels like we're not making that much progress, but then you say, well, wait a sec. They did all the welding here. They took off those floorboards. They built the bathroom. Danny found us a toilet that should work just fine. And yeah. Hey, there are my scissors. Shouldn't have left those up there. Those are my nice EMS scissors. Don't want to lose those. That's it for a Sunday, I guess, guys. Wish you were here. Wish I could transport all my friends and everybody I cared about from back home out here. But you can't have both, I guess. You can't have your cake and eat it too. So, in the meantime, you know, just be patient. Trust the process. Trust that things will change as they need to change. If I'm going to meet somebody, I guess it's going to happen organically. You know, the idea of trying to get back online, doing online dating just makes my stomach hurt. That's all right. Apparently that was not salvageable. It's a lot of the stuff they tore off. I get it. Couldn't save everything. But these are the boards that are going to go up. They're just super heavy. So contemplating some different methods to maybe be able to pulley them up there. If you've got any suggestions, let me know. Always open to suggestions. Fortunately though, if you look at the other two cabinas, we didn't have the same problem. They managed to keep those wet enough, I guess, that they cured just fine, and they should be fine for painting at this point. It's just that first one. So that's what happens. Kind of glad we're doing them a little bit slower now. So if we realize we're making a mistake in one area, we can correct it so we don't make it twice. Hillary had a great idea yesterday. She thinks that with this big open floor plan that we've got for this first floor, that we should do a little restaurant. I think that would be so cool. You know, do some kind of like Friday, Saturday, Sunday restaurant. Maybe be able to bring in visiting chefs or something by reservation only. My initial thought for that spot back there was going to be like a pool table room. But it's not as much space as I was kind of hoping for. I mean, it's fine, but my thought was, I mean, we've got this big space in between the main house and the cabinas, and it really is a pretty big space. And so if we did a garage right in this area here, 2-car garage, then we could do a rooftop deck on that one, just, you know, on the first level. Obviously, you know, the garage and then a rooftop deck. Sure, that makes sense. And I put a pool table up there, foosball, ping pong, whatever. But that'd be a little bit more fun, I think. And then you're up above. It's an open spot. You got this amazing view over the fence. And then that room over there would just be kind of another portion of the dining room. You come in the house right here into this epic view. You know, all this would be glass on this side, and then you'd step outside right around here with covered veranda. And then remember, as the wall comes along, which it hasn't done yet, we'll be able to recapture a lot more of this flat space there on the other side of the fence, and on the other side of that fence too. So the backyard will actually be significantly bigger than what you can see right here. But have a pool off on one side, nice big open area. I mean, remember, my thought was always to be able to host events here, weddings, Christmas parties, things like that. And so I wanted to make sure that there was plenty of outdoor living space where you could just come out here, you know, be on the patio and be looking at that view. There's always a breeze up here too. It was really still when I was down in Hako, right at the beach level. But you come up here and you get a nice breeze. So you think about a main house right here with the pool. Maybe the pool kind of, I don't know, pool over there maybe. It leaves a lot of open space out here, and nice cool place to hang out. Get some palm trees planted. Nice shade. You gotta have a vision, right? You gotta have something to dream for. You know? You find something to keep yourself going. Just weird. Being 55, single, no kids, just kind of doing my own thing on my own. But see, now you can really see how much more space there is over here. Get that wall built up, it'll even pop out just a little bit further. But yeah, so this is my focus. It's cool, could be worse, right? My focus could be on getting out of prison, something like that. Okay, that's kind of an extreme example, but it could be a lot worse. So, no more belly aching. It's a beautiful day. Go home, hang out with the dogs until it's time to go to the beach, go watch some sunset. Probably be a beautiful sunset today, the way it's looking. So, that's it, my friends. To be continued until another day. Have a good one.